I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and I'm super excited to be here with you all today. We give you one key strategy to make six figures in your business. Of course, we cannot promise any type of income claims, and we would never do that. But we want to make sure that you literally are taking in your arsenal to get it done because your work ethic depends on what it is that you do. I also want to let you know that this room is being sponsored by the Creation Clinic that we're doing. It is going to be amazing, specifically for those of you who do not know how to create your content. We are going to be creating content. And I love the way we're going to do it because so many people have the opportunity to not do things, right? Because what's easy to do is easy also not to do. And in this creation clinic, we are going to make sure you're getting your work done. There are limited seats left at this $97 range. Once these seats are gone, they are gone, and it will be $297. It literally will be $297. So if you know that you're somebody who is sitting on content that you need to make, because guess what? Your content should be creating you cash. Your content should be creating you cash. If it's not, and then you examine your bank account, because that's the biggest indicator. If you examine your bank account and you see that your content is not making you money, you see that nobody is checking for your what you're posting, what your reels are, any of those things. If you're not even making reels, then you understand that you are not doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing, right? And so I have dropped this link in all the spaces. I definitely encourage you to go and get the seat now because it will automatically go up to 297. As soon as that last seat is taken, it will go up. And that's no excuses because I know the work that I bring. So I definitely want to talk to you about the content creation strategy. And I'm going to do that in 15 minutes. The way that it works is that we are here for 15 minutes. So normally that is about 15 minutes of content. Then, if there are anybody who has specific questions about what we covered, then you want to make sure that you are raising your hand at that time. That's what we call our after party. We close out on Facebook and on YouTube, and then we come on over here to Clubhouse and have our after party. So, I have to shout out my mom. She is in the room, Karen Mills. She is on the VIP row. And you all, she is also the vice president of my company, Living the Life I Love LLC. So she is in the building and love her so much. So definitely, again, if you've not shared this room, if you've not pinged out, if you've not shared out on Facebook or YouTube, you've not paid your currency to be here. And that is the way that we do that. So I encourage you to do that because you want people to share out your content, right? You want people to share out what it is that you're doing. So that's a big way to do it. And so, what I want to tell you all today is when it comes to this 15 minutes to six figures, we are talking about content. Why? Because we do have the content creation clinic coming up, but we also want to make sure that you are providing your people with the best content ever. What does content look like, Dr. Stevie? Well, it looks like the fact that you are placing what it is that you're doing. Like for me, this is content for me. This daily room that we have Monday through Friday is content for me. This is audio content. But also, if you go to my Instagram or if you go to my Facebook or if you go to my TikTok, we're not just putting out content in one space. We're putting out content in multiple spaces. Even if you go to my email list, and if you get emails from me, that is content as well. So there are so many different ways that you can create content. The purpose of content is to make sure that you are taking it to the next level and you literally are doing what it is that you need to have your voice seen and heard as, right? Because people need to know, like, and trust you before they ever do business with you. And I was in something with some clients recently, and we had a guest expert, and one of the people in the space said, listen, I know you know, to the expert, she said this to the expert. I know that you know what you're talking about because the way you're talking about it. If somebody's an expert, they do not have to literally look for anything to say. It's going to pour out of them. And that is going to be what you need to do because people need to know that you're an expert. If you ask me about how to make it to the news, for free, I can tell you all about that. If you ask me how to make money online, I can tell you all about that. If you ask me how to get visible online, I can tell you all about that. And so there are so many different areas in which I am an expert. You know, if you ask me about podcasting, I can tell you all about that. And people need to know the same for you. What are you an expert in? What is it that nobody can touch you in inside of what it is that you're doing? What is that thing that everybody comes to you for? What is that thing that you literally are the best kept secret in? And if more people knew that you even existed, that you would be making more money in. What is it? Because we all have that thing that allows us to show up so magnificently in what it is that we're doing. We all have that thing that's going to show us that we are truly the expert. Because if you have been on this planet for a reasonable amount of time and you've been doing what it is that you've been called to do for a reasonable amount of time, then you have expertise in it. And so, as you look at these things and as you look at what it is that you've been called to do, then you are able to show up and show out in that. You are able to truly say, listen, I am here for the specific purpose in life. I am here for this to happen. I am here so that I can make sure that the people who God has custom designed assigned to me will be able to benefit from what it is that I'm saying. I am here specifically for that. And when it comes to me and what I do, I am a content creator. That is what Instagram and Facebook pay me to do. I am paid by these platforms to create content. And beyond that, I also have a podcast, which is a form of creation. How are you showing up in your content? Are you even showing up? Are you showing up consistently in your content? Because if you're not showing up consistently, then you're not going to be able to take it to the next level. You are not going to be able to truly understand that this is what it is that you need to be doing. If you're not showing up in a way that is going to be game changing for the content that you are looking to create, then you're not going to stand out from the crowded marketplace and you're not going to make money. If your content is boring and nobody even is checking for it, you're not stopping the scroll, you're not using the right colors, you're not using the right words. All this goes into content creation, and it's very important because if you are somebody, say for example, we have 100 different coaches, right? If you all are coaches or speakers or authors or whatever it is that you do, just imagine for a second that we have 100 of them. What is going to stop me from going to the other 99 and coming to you? What is it about you? And specifically, if I don't know who you are, that's the important thing. If I don't know who you are, I've never heard of you before, I never understood the whole thing about what it is that you're doing, then you're unable to really stop the scroll because I don't know you. So you can't say, like, I'm gonna come to you because you're my friend. Yes, if I know you, cool. And if you're the best at what you do, cool. But if I don't know you, I've never seen you before, but I see this nice graphic from this other person who does the same thing seemingly as you do, then I'm going to go to the person who has it all together, honestly, because if we're just looking at something, that's looking at it without it even being something that we know what it is that you do different. Because once we know what it is that what you do different, and once that's conveyed and what it is that you're doing, then it makes it easier for you to make money online. It makes it easier for you to take it to the next level and say, okay, listen, this is how I'm showing up online. This is how I am showing up. This is how I am benefiting from what it is that is happening, because I understand how to market my business. I understand that I have to make sure that the content creation, and yes, we have different forms of content. We have different forms of content. And in the content creation clinic, we are going to go over some of the forms of content. We're going to make sure we do that because I want you to know there's more than just one type, right? And a lot of people feel like it's one type that's truly just going to be the game changer. No, it's not just one type that's going to change the game. You have to have different modalities of content. Why is that important? Because people learn in different ways. So if I know that somebody learns in a different way, then I need to be producing content in different ways. I need to be producing content, doing something that I know that's going to be the game changer in how I do my work. So if you don't understand even the ways that different people create content, then you can't make content and you cannot make it happen for your business. So as we do a short recap, because we're about to end these 15 minutes in just a little while, what I want to tell you is to make sure you're clicking that link. There are links in all kinds of places. There are links on Clubhouse. There are links on the Facebook and YouTube that we're marketing with today as well. But what I want to tell you is to go to that link. We have limited seats left at $97. Y'all don't want to miss this. And it says Telegram because we're hosting it in Telegram. If you don't know what Telegram is, that's another reason you need to be in the Content Creation Clinic, because you're behind the times. You are behind the times, and your business is behind the times because you're not with the tools that are important. So, as we look at this, we have to make sure that we're having our business set up in places and spaces that people understand where it is that we're going. I'm quite futuristic in the way that I do things. I'm really cutting edge. I'm telling you, I'm cutting edge on a lot of different things. And when people listen to me, they make money. And when they act, they make even more money. Okay. So I would encourage you to go to that link, solidify your seat, your virtual seat, and let's get ready to do this. We are going to do this in a way that is going to create snappy content. First off, let me run down my receipts real quick for we end, okay? Just in case you don't know who I am. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and I not only have a degree in public relations, I also have 26 years of experience in public relations. Even more than that, I have 12 years of experience of being an entrepreneur. I created multiple six figures in the midst of the pandemic, where everyone else, some people had to shut down their businesses. We were thriving in business because I knew how to market online. So in this content creation clinic, we're going to help you to get where it is that you need to be. And it is $97 for a limited amount of people. But as soon as that $97 kicks off, it is going to be $297. So I'm encouraging you to go to the link right now and make sure you make your investment, because one thing I know for sure is that I've been able to create 27 books. I also have partnerships with my content on my podcast as far as iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pandora Radio, all kinds of places, which means that people are checking for my content. One of my claims of fame when it comes to content is that BET reached out to me to feature my content. So I think I know a little something about this content thing. I know what I'm talking about, y'all. And I definitely want to encourage you to really understand that the thing that happens a lot of times with people not understanding how to create their best content is that they are merely like sitting on, someone said it like this. They said they're sitting on a gold mine starving to death. And that's what happens when you're not creating content that's valuable. You're sitting on the gold mine starving to death, because nobody is going to really check for somebody who has boring content, because we are in 2022. There are tools out here to help you have stop the scroll worthy content. There are people out here who can help you do it. There are different things that make this happen, and we do not have the opportunity to waste another moment to not have the right content. Even if you're not a graphic designer, it's cool. Even if you're not a visual artist, it's cool. There are people who can help you with that. And even if your modality, and that's why in the content creation clinic, we're going to go over different things that are going to help you to make it amazing, because some people are not visual people. There are some people who will never want to do a live. That's cool. But are you an audio person? Are you somebody who's great with words? What is it that you're doing with your business? And how do you even know that you're the best fit for the business of the content you're creating? How do you know that? You don't know that. However, I do know, because I'm an expert in that space. I'm trying to tell you. So definitely when it comes to content creation, that is the number one tool that has helped me really to go inside of people that I do not know and to get their money inside of my bank account. And I say that because I have met many more people bank account than I have met them in person. A lot of people who are my clients, I've never even stepped foot in their state. But how does that happen? Because I provide great content, because I provide great visuals, because I provide the opportunity for me to stay consistent in my content. And that's what I'm going to be doing for those who lock inside of this content creation clinic. It is going to be something that you need to know, point blank period, if you are going to survive in 2022 as an entrepreneur, because you cannot take what you did in 2019 to this new way of entrepreneurship. If you're serious about your business, now everybody's not serious about their business. Some people are hobbyists, but if you're serious about really making these six figures, which this space is about, because I'm talking to people who really are excited not only about making the money, but doing more to help more people to make their own money, then this is for those who are really serious about going to the six figures. If you're not, and specifically online, because a lot of people made six figures in their job, or they made six figures before the pandemic. But the way that I made six figures truly is in the pandemic. So I understand how to cultivate these relationships. So that is what we're going to say. We, again, are in this space Monday through Friday, and we are here for 15 minutes. This is 15 minutes to six figures. What we do now is to say goodbye to our Facebook and our YouTube friends. You all are invited to join us on Clubhouse. We are about to have the after party on Clubhouse. So if anybody has a question, please do raise your hand, and we can get this done for you today, whether it's about the content creation clinic or whether it's about content creation, period. Please raise your hand on Clubhouse. We'll give you a few moments to raise your hand and get it done. Those of you who are on YouTube and Facebook, I always close out everything I do by saying, make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Y'all make sure y'all go get that link. Okay. Now, Clubhouse, stay right there. I'm coming for you to see